Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to CCRL Pro Tier, as we will be singing around the 5.063 kilometer circuit. It has 19 corners and 3 DRS zones. The first DRS zone is going to be from turn 19 all the way down to turn 1. DRS zone 2 is from turn 5 all the way down to turn 7. And DRS Zone 3 is from turn 13 all the way into the right-hander of turn 14. We are on the new layout here at Singapore, where they did get rid of that chicane before the bridge, so 14, 15, 16, and 17, that brings only one chicane leading back to the front stretch. It's a very tight circuit. We are going to be doing a full qualifying, full qualifying 50% Grand Prix here. And we do, I believe, have a full grid. If not, I believe we're at about 17 to 19 drivers. I'm not exactly sure how many drivers we will have on the grid. We might even have some slippery weather as well. It could bring in some very interesting racing conditions, with rain potentially being in the horizon. About 15 seconds and we will get rolling here for Q1. In the meantime, I'm going to pull up the standings for the CCRL Pro Tier drivers. Driver standings right now as they are. We got Trackside leading with 316 points, Celos in P2 with 240, LB the GOAT in third with 216, and wow, it looks like a full wet quality potentially here for Q1, so this is going to make things very, very interesting here. As you will see, some of these drivers are going to have to really determine what setups to put in. Anyways, back to the points. We got Mr. Miller in fourth with 190, Osmanian Devil with 187 in fifth, The Natural in sixth with 184, Matthew seventh with 178, Komakopa 8th with 176, SP Jabur in ninth with 141, Bonget 10th with 128, Raptor with 127, and Raptor's been finding a lot of pace recently, so if I was any of these drivers, I'd be extremely cautious and well aware of Mr. Raptor here. He's really started to find some pace as he solved his throttle issues, so he's a driver to keep an eye out for. IRZ in 12th with 107, De Boonster in 13th with 102, GMM Racing in 14th with 79, Feeney 15th with 71, King C. Dot 15th with 67, LK 17th with 65, Peak Hour 18th with 22, Rujoff 19th with 16, and GC Adventure in 20th with 8 points. That is your driver standings. In regard to the constructors, we got Ferrari leading that with 532 points, Aston Martin in P2 with 418, McLaren with 360 in P3, AlphaTauri 4th with 255, Mercedes with 243 in 5th, Williams with 238 in 6th, Alfa Romeo in 7th with 235, Haas in 8th with 210, Red Bull with 206 in 9th, and Alpine with 71 points in 10th. Going into last week, there was a few penalties handed out. Unfortunately, there was only 3 reports, so not bad for the Pro Tier drivers, and 2 of them were handed out for penalties. But we will go ahead and jump on board. It looks like we're going to have the AlphaTauri here, not LK. It is going to be Alan J, who is leading us into the Sector 3, the new addition of the circuit, where they removed the first chicane here going into this chicane of the right-hander, which is going to lead us right back onto the front stretch. As you can see, some full wet tires are in play. Just give me one moment. I'm going to make a quick adjustment here before we continue to go here. Alright, my apologies on that. I was in game chat and I didn't want the drivers to have to listen to me the whole time. In the meantime, Alan J off of turn 5. He does not have the DRS due to the weather, but he's making his way all the way down to turn 7, this little left-hander, where you will see some moves be made into turn 7. He's now heading towards turn 8, the right-hander here. Very tight section of the circuit. It's going to be extremely hard to go side by side right through turn 8. Now heading in through turn 9. Going to bring him down this nice little straight here, heading towards the left-hander of turn 10 and 11. Want to be careful going into the entrance of turn 10, as there is part of the wall poking out. In case none of you remember, George Russell from 2023 really messed that up and allowed Carlos Sainz to win the only race that Red Bull did not win for the 2023 season. And unfortunately, he drives a little deep heading into turn, I want to say that is turn 14 there. And it looked like he may have had some wing damage. I'm not exactly sure. Yes, he is missing an end plate, so very, very unfortunate for him. He is going to cost an invalidation on that lap. Following on board with Silos here as he's making his way in through this chicane of turns 16 and 17. Now he's got to be very careful not to lose the back end of the car coming through 18 and 19 back down the start finish straight here. Sets a benchmark of a 149.855. So that's going to be his first lap of his qualifying session. A lot of these drivers will stay out on the same tire compound, and Bonget's about to come across the line. He's actually just getting ready to start his first lap. I'm assuming he's not too pleased with it. Now heading into turn 1. So I believe he may have backed out of that lap. Alan J, unfortunately, has gone into the pit. He did have that wing damage. On board with DeBoonster coming in through, looks like turn 10 and 11. Now this is a very tight section as well, going under the bridge into the hairpin here of turn 13. Going to make his way down this long DRS straight. Unfortunately, no DRS has been activated. Making a run all the way down to turn 14 here. Going to get heavy on the brakes all the way down third gear. Makes the corner very well. You just want to make sure you don't hit track limits on the exit there, which he does very well, staying within the limits. Now heading into turn 16 and 17 of the chicane here. And he's going to get on the throttle very easy off the exit of the corner. And is the rain? No, rain is still falling on my screen. Comes around 18 and 19. He's going to cross the line now here. Puts himself in P3. Raptor with a nice lap up into P2 at a 150.9. So very good lap by Raptor. It appears he's actually still maybe pushing as he's rounding turn 5. He's now going to be heading down this very long DRS straight, heading towards turn 7, turn 7. You got the McLaren in front of him. Let's jump on board with somebody else here. As we're watching the natural, he's making his way through the chicane now. He does have the Aston Martin on his inside. Oh no, and it looks like the Aston Martin may have impeded him here. Oh, that's very unfortunate. And the natural can't be impressed as he jumps up into P2. That would have been a provisional pole for him. But he was interfered. Which Aston Martin was that? That was of Silos. So very unfortunate from the natural there. Looking at a provisional pole. But he is good to get through into session 2 at the time being. Jump on board with King Cedar as he's making his way through 10, 11, 12, and 13. He's going to get heavy on the brakes going into turn 13 all the way down to first gear. Slowly back on the throttle. Now he's making it up through the gears heading towards turn 14. Another tight spot. He does have a purple sector too, but he is on a first lap, so I'm not exactly sure if that is entirely accurate. Heading towards turn 16 and 17, which is going to be the chicane here as he made his way through the new part of the circuit here at Singapore. And now he is coming around 17, back on the throttle. Gonna have to make sure he doesn't lose it here in 17 or 18 and 19. He holds it very well across the line, and he's at a 150.1. So he's about 2.5 tenths off of off of Silos. Very unfortunate for peak hour. Not exactly sure where he went around, but he did go around. And I'm wondering if that is Silos. Silos has no front wing now, so that's very unfortunate for him. He's going to want to let some of these folks by him here, so he does not impede any more laps. As Natural, I'm not exactly sure if he is on a lap. He is not. He backed out of it, so I think he's just patiently waiting to put down another lap time for himself. On to SP Jabeur here as he's making his way through the new section of the circuit here in Singapore, making a run all the way down into 16 and 17. He's going to get back on the throttle. He's looking to start his new hot lap, or his first flying lap of the session. Natural does go into the pit, so he only put enough fuel in probably for one lap. But falling on board with SP as he's making a run into turn 1. It seems to appear the rain may have lightened up as we're seeing some intermediate tires on the circuit. So SP oh no! Unfortunate for SP! The rain has claimed a life! Oh man, that is very unfortunate for SP as he got into the wall and lost that left front tire. Oh, that is so unfortunate here as Trackside has come out onto the circuit, your point leader. He is starting his out lap. On board with Coma Copa, King C-Dot with the new fastest lap of a 149.3. So you can see the wet tires are starting to pick up some pace. On board with Coma Copa as he's making a run all the way into turn 7. But I'm not seeing him burn any of the ERS. I'm wondering, yeah, it looks like he may not be on a lap here, so just jump off board with him for the time being. Actually, yeah, we'll jump off board with him for the time being. LK is about a second down on the time, and Bonnet sets the fastest lap of 149.1, so Bonnet's got a great lap going for himself there. Puts himself provisional pole, so he might be secured to get into Q2. Okay, very close to the wall on the exit there. And who does he have behind him? He's going to have a Williams driver right behind him. As not C-Dot. That is going to be Feeney. As Feeney really outbrakes himself and he goes straight into the wall. Into turn 16. So very unfortunate for Feeney. He is going to have to put on a new wing. And that is not looking good for him. Osmanian Devil is still in pit lane. He's looking to make it through into Q3 as well. Coma Copa may be starting a new lap here. Yes, he is. He turned on that ERS, makes it around 17 or 18 and 19. Starting down the start straight here, going into turn 1. Heavy on the brakes all the way down to 3rd gear. Gonna ride that curb in through turn 2 into turn 3 now. Off the exit of 3, keeps it off the outside curb within the track limit. This is where you want to swing and use all that outside there heading into turn 5 to make your run all the way down this long DRS straight towards turn 7. Question is, are we going to see some drivers come out on some intermediates? And Coma Copa is a half second up on his time. So we will continue to ride on board with him as he's looking pretty solid here for his second lap in the qualifying session of Q1. So at the time being, LB the GOAT, TMM Racing, Alan J Trackside, and I'll still need to put down a lap here. Coma Copa making his way through the bridge section. I'm not exactly sure the terminology for that part of the circuit. Let's see here if this track map has that name better for us. No, it does not. But anyways, he's making a run all the way down towards turn 15. Trackside up on pole in intermediates as well. So it's proven to be the intermediates are a little bit faster than the full wets. Here comes Coma Copa rounding through, trying to keep himself in line here. All the way through 18 and 19. Gonna tuck it around the inside. Comes across the line. He gains 6/10 and moves him up to P10. So for the time being, he has made it into Q2, which is a great run for him up in P10. Anybody else might be on a lap. Let's jump on Silos here as he's running down into turn 9. Now he's going to make a run towards turn 10. Where you want to be careful with this wall poking out right there. That's where George Lewis lost his car. George Russell. Wow. I don't know why I said George Lewis. George Russell lost his car now into the hairpin coming around turn 13. Gonna get eased back onto the throttle, making a run towards turn 14 here. He's gonna get heavy on the brakes all the way down into third gear. Into second, he's got a purple sector too, so he is looking pretty solid. Let's see how he does. He's on a set of intermediates. Now he's making a run towards turn 16 and 17. On the brakes all the way down into second gear. Around turn 17, he's looking to make it to the line. Is he going to put this car potentially on the front row? After Q1, it's going to be close. He sets the new fastest lap of a 146.884. So great lap by Silos here. In the rain, it seems to be he has the pace for the wet weather. And Alan J tops him immediately and takes that new provisional pole out of 146.5. So a great lap by Alan J. Osmanian Devil making a run into turn 14 now. Purple sector up about 2 seconds on his time, so he is looking pretty solid here. Still got to find another second and a half potentially here to put himself on the provisional pole. Into turn 16 and 17. Gonna get back on the throttle, let the car slide all the way out to the outside. Rounds the final 2 corners, comes to the line, and he jumps up to P4, so great lap by him. King C-Dot, oh, very unfortunate for King C-Dot. Though he looks like he is going to make it into Q2, but unfortunately, if peak hour doesn't get bumped out, he is going to be starting in P14. Feeney did jump up into P7 here. Looks like, or he might actually be starting a lap here. He's actually second up on his time through Sector 1, so it is looking pretty solid so far. Going into turn 8 now. He's making a run towards turn 9. This left-hander, very fast left-hander, probably one of the faster corners on the circuit in my opinion. And he's going to make a run towards turn 10. Keeps it off that outside wall, coming through 10, really nice and tight towards the entrance curb. Hits the apex pretty well on turn 11. Under the bridge, or over the bridge, now into the hairpin here. Trackside sets the fastest lap, and he's only got him by 0.06 of a second. So trackside's looking pretty solid. He's got himself up on the front row. And Feeney's actually 3 seconds up on his time here. Purple sector 2 as well. Making a run. I'm not exactly sure what happened. His car did go ghost. I'm not sure if he hit the wall or not. We will find out when he comes to the line. Purple sector 1 and 2 for Feeney, making her way all the way through the final 4 corners of the circuit, heading towards turn 18 and 19, which is the fastest 2 corners on the circuit here. Keeps it in 5th gear, crosses the line, 4 seconds up on his time, puts himself on the front row for the provisional pole here in Q1. So it looks like he is going to get through into Q2. Trackside probably going to be through as well. On board with some of these other drivers as we're following the natural. making his way through Sector 2 as we speak, around turn 8 into turn 9. Gonna get back on the throttle pretty early, let that car carry to the outside of the circuit, making a run towards turn 10. Heavy on the brakes all the way down to third gear into turn 11. See where he puts himself here after Q1. Using all of the track as he can going into turn 13. And Celos puts himself up on the provisional pole. We got a lot of changes here in times. And I'm not exactly, that was a Ferrari. And Bongit with the new fastest lap here. Oh man, this track is just getting faster and faster by the laps. Raptor up to P2. He's only 1/10 off the back of Bongit. Great lap by him. Trackside is going to go into pit lane. He's pretty content with his time, hopefully. Let's see here. Osmanian and Devil is going to dive into pit lane. Farmer Gin's rounding turn 14. He does have the McLaren in front of him. Not exactly sure who that is. I'm sure that's the Natural, probably. That is a car that has finished their qualifying session. Very unfortunate for Farmer Ginge. At the time being, he does look like he makes it through. And he's actually not on a lap. LK coming around turns 16 and 17. He's going to make a run towards the line now. See where he puts. He's the only car remaining that has not put. And where does he come? He's into Q2 as well. So King C-Dot is going to be starting P15. So that is your Q1. Unfortunately, Peak Hour, TMM, and SP all got knocked out of Q1. But King C-Dot will not put down any time in the Q2 session, as he is unfortunately out, not able to qualify in Q2. So I will be right back momentarily, folks. Just give me a quick moment as we're loading into Q2. Alright, so we are in Q2, and unfortunately the rain is still falling here for qualifying session number 2, and then so the bottom 4 drivers here will be knocked out of this qualifying session. And it appears Osmanian Devil is going to be the first car on the circuit here at the wonderful Singapore Grand Prix. How we doing, folks? So just to let everybody know, as we are watching the Grand Prix here, we will be doing a Driver of the Day nominations. So anybody who is watching watching the Grand Prix through the 31 laps, you can most certainly give me your opinion on who you think should qualify for the Driver of the Day. So just keep an eye out when we get towards the end of the Grand Prix. Put your votes in and we will most certainly take a look at them. In the meantime, currently out here, just starting Q2, they're going to have about 15 minutes here to put down their fastest laps here of qualifying session to make their way into Q3, and then it will be an all-out shootout for the pole position here to set our grid. As Osmanian Devil is making his way into Sector 3 now, he's getting ready to be the first driver to start his lap here into turns 16 and 17 now. Let's pull up some information that I can see. Now he's going to make a run towards turn 18 and 19. Gets a really good run through 19 off the exit. Keeps that car under wraps. It got a little loose on him here. Using all of the track going into turn 1 here. Now he's going to run through turn 2 and 3. Off the exit of 3. Back on the throttle in second gear. Making a run towards turn 5. On the brakes slightly. Hits the apex really well. Uses the entrance curb a little bit, but none on the exit. Now he's going to make a run down this long DRS straight, which DRS is not activated. I am tired, so I apologize if I'm talking and the next thing you know, I just like go completely silent. I've been up since 5 a.m., so this is wonderful. Osmanian Devil coming into turn 10. Oh, got really close to that wall there on his right hand side. Coming through turn 11 now. Over the bridge as we speak. He's going to head right into the hairpin of turn 13. You want to keep this nice and tight. Try and get a good exit off 13. Now he's back on the throttle making a run towards turn 14. Going to get on the brakes all the way down to second gear. Heading through turn 15 in towards turn 16 and 17. All the way down to third gear here on the entrance of 16. Gonna round the corner. He's gonna put down a 142.7, so that is the benchmark here for Q1. And here for Q2, and he gets topped by Steelos immediately. So great lap by Steelos. Jump on board with Farmer Ginge. He comes across the line and he jumps right above his teammate there. And unfortunately, and here comes Alan J. He takes over the provisional pole here in Q2. On board with Bongit and Trackside up to P6 here in Q2 as well. Here comes Komakopa. He's in P7 with a 145 flat. Then Bongit jumps up to pole, provisional pole by 142.500. Very good lap by Bongit. Watching on board with the natural as he's rounding the final corners. And he jumps up to P6. See who we got. We got the Mercedes of the Boonster now rounding through turn 18 and 19. He's going to come across the line, puts himself P9. Jump on board with IRZ as he's making a run towards 18 and 19. And let's see what his exit is looking like. He comes across with a P7 of 143.4. Here comes Feeney though. Feeney is flying around the final 2 corners. And he's up to P7 as well. So Feeney made it through at the time being. On board with LK. As he's making pole prediction. Knack, how we doing, Mr. Knack? What's your pole prediction here? Right now, so we're in Q2. 9 minutes to go of Q2. And track is still a little wet. Times are getting faster. And Farmer Ginge with a 142.1. So Farmer Ginge is taking provisional pole. Raptor KK up to a 142.4. So he definitely found some time. Still riding on board with LK here as he's rounding turn 17. He's going to make a run towards turn 18 and 19 here. Not sure if he's got some dirty air from the McLaren in front of him. And okay goes P9. So Mr. Jack Niehaus goes trackside safe bet, but I'm going with Farmer Ginge for pole. I mean, Farmer Ginge definitely has pace for sure. So that is doable for him. Bong has been another driver you got to kind of keep your eye on here at Singapore as well. Silos does have a purple sector 1, so it does seem to be he is improving on his time. And it looks like it has stopped raining as well. So as soon as the track starts to dry out, we're going to see some people come out on some soft tires. In the meantime, Kilo's coming through turn 11-12, heading into the tight hairpin of 13. I hate this camera view. Get off of that camera view. Nice exit for him, making a run towards turn 14. Red Bull kindly moved over to the left for him. I did not see a purple sector coming out of sector 2. Now he's got to make a run through the new section of sector 3. Heading into turn 16 and 17. Gives the wall a little kiss. Coming around turn 17. Making his run towards 18 and 19 here. Is he going to put his car on a provisional pole? He does with a 141.0. He's a full second up on everybody else here. Track is definitely drying out, so we are about to see some folks come out here on some dry tires. On board with Alan J as he's rounding the final corner, gets a little loose. Then he jumps up to about a tenth behind the official Silos. A great lap from him. Find this Mercedes of the Boonster. He looks like he might still be on a lap. He's actually 6/10 up on his time. If I was him, I'd back out of this, put on a set of softs while you got the pace. And the track is drying out, but he is going to continue on with his lap. He's going to come across the line. And he's so far made it into Q2. Alexis is saying Williams in the top 4 position. Voting for Feeney tonight. We going Feeney here, Alexis. Absolutely, Feeney is a driver to keep an eye on as well here in the Pro Tier. He's pretty quick. He's got 2 wins on his name, I believe so. So Feeney is a great driver to keep an eye on. Now we got quite a bit of viewers in here, folks. If all of you guys are watching throughout the 31 lap Grand Prix, please. Oh, and Cliff, how we doing, Cliff? Yeah, Cliff, I saw that wreck. I'm sorry, man. Unfortunate too. You were looking pretty solid here in the qualifying. Cliff is going Williams 1-2. DRS is enabled, so the track is definitely dry enough here for these folks to put on some soft tires and get some nice flyers down. We got 5 minutes remaining in the session, and we will see how it goes down to the wire. But yeah, folks, while you're watching the Grand Prix of 31 laps, about 4 laps to go or so, I will be calling a driver of the day. So if all of you are gonna tune in throughout the whole Grand Prix, just pay attention to who you think should be driver of the day by the 31 lap finale here. But we got some drivers all on the circuit. It looks like Trackside is probably going to be the leading driver here, or it might be Osmanian Devil. Yeah, it's Osmanian Devil. And he's still on Inter tires. The track is definitely dry, so I'm sure he should probably box here. Yeah, he is going to be boxing. The Boonster's also gone into pit lane. So on board with Trackside here as he's making his way around turn 13, heading towards the end of sector 2. Absolutely, Cliff. Definitely pushing a little too hard in the wet with a dry setup. Yeah, it makes a big difference. I'm sure you'll be okay though. You got some pace. Just gotta, put yourself, at the front and just make sure you have a clean race. It's a very tight track. Clean passes all the way through. Trackside gonna open up that DRS flap for the first time here in qualifying. Heading down into turn 1. All the way down, he really cut the inside curve there of turn 1. Not sure if that was a mistake or if he actually likes to take that line. Coming into turn 5 now. On the brakes all the way down to 4th gear. Back on the throttle, he's going to open up the DRS flap. This is where you're going to be able to make some passes here going all the way down into turn 7 of the left-hander. He's got a purple sector 1. He is a full second up on his time for the time being. It's looking pretty promising for Trackside. At the time being, he is not making the Q3 session. But rounding through turn 9, heading towards turn 10. Going to try and keep this off that outside wall, which he does very well. Around turn 10, gets a little loose, heading into 11. And now he's making the run over the bridge, heading into the hairpin of turn 13. On the brakes, all the way down onto absolutely Alexis. And now making a run towards he's 3. Wow, he's almost 4. He's 4 seconds up on his time, heading towards 16 and 17. Gonna get heavy on the brakes all the way down to 3rd gear. Yo. Now he's making a run towards 18 and 19. He's gonna round 19 here. He's gonna put this car on the front row with a 138.3. So he sets the new benchmark here. Jump on board with whoever this AlphaTauri is. I gotta find him. Oh, it's Alan J. He hasn't started a lap. I was trying to find him, but now we're looking for the Ferrari, the other Ferrari of LB the GOAT here, who actually hasn't put down any time here in Q2, but he is going to cross the line and puts himself up on a front row 1-2 Ferrari for the time being here. We got Tasmanian Devil is looking to start his lap here of Q2, his final lap, and Silos looks to be improving. I think he improved on his time. I'm not exactly sure. No, he's starting a lap actually. Jack, come on, man. Don't give out that advice. So Silos is looking pretty solid here. He's making a run down the long DRS straight, crossing sector 1 split. He's at about a 1 second up. He's got a purple sector 1 here. He's looking pretty solid into turn 8. Very tight section of the circuit. Give me 1 second, guys. I just got to make a quick adjustment here for these comments. Man, that's terrible. No, center right. That's where I want. Okay, sweet. Okay, I can see it better now. Oh, and LK jumped up into pole with a 137.9, so he's looking pretty solid for his Q2 session. Alan J tops him, 136.5. So the questions you got to ask yourself, was I too early to go out for my final lap? As qualifying is over, so when you cross the line, that's all you got, and LB the GOAT takes P2. He's looking to make it through. Right now, we got Tasmanian Devil, Feeney, the Booster, and Coma Copa, and Tasmanian Devil take the pole, and then he gets topped by Silos, and then Raptor up to P2. He's only not even a tenth, he's 99 thousandths off of Silos. What a great lap by Raptor. Puts himself into Q3. Jump on board with the final cars coming around. Farmer Ginge up to P2, and then Boggett tops him right there as well. Trackside falling out of qualifying here. Oh no, Trackside falling out. Jump on board with whoever this McLaren is. Coma Copa, he's found a lot of time here. He might be able to knock Trackside here out of qualifying. Coma Copa around, heading toward turn 18 and 19. Gonna let that car carry his speed, opens up the DRS, and he jumped up to P2. What a lap by Coma Copa. Trackside is out of qualifying. Your points leader is out of qualifying. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Actually, Trackside jumps up into P2. Oh, man, I didn't think, what? Trackside make P2 without using any ERS. What a lap by him. And Feeney takes the pole position away from him immediately. Wow. Very shocked Trackside made it through without using any ERS. And here comes LK. Did not improve. Very unfortunate. And the natural has gone into pit lane. So there you have it, folks. Trackside was out of qualifying and then managed to make it through at the very last second. IRZ, unfortunately, DeBoonster, LK, and the natural all got knocked out of qualifying here in Q2. Moving on to Q3, we're going to have potentially a dry session. How wild would it be if it started raining in Q3 again? That would be a wild, wild qualifying. No, Cliff, no. Absolutely not. Is the Grand Prix dry as well? So we got Feeney, who sets the pole with Trackside right behind him, about a tenth off. Bonnet in P3, Comacopa 4th. CeeLo Smith, Farmer Ginge 6th. Raptor 7th, Osmanian Devil 8th. 9th is Alan J. I'll be the GOAT 10th. And IRZ is 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th are all knocked out. And unfortunately, Cliff did not get to put down a lap in Q2 because he may have wrecked out in Q1. In the meantime, Cliff will be starting, King T-Dot will be starting in P15 there for the Grand Prix. So nobody wrecked out of here, so we are going to have all 10 drivers on the circuit here for the final session. Not exactly sure what's going on here as I cannot, okay, now I can. We are in the final qualifying here. We got 10 drivers, 12 minutes, shootout to set our grid. Who's going to be the first one to come out here and try and set the benchmark? You did, Alexis, but you got to keep in mind there's still a 31 lap race that they still have to go for. Nice, Jack. I'm rooting for you, Cliff. You're my number 5 driver in F1 Fantasy. Oh, man. How cool would that be to have an F1 Fantasy here? That would be pretty awesome. Actually, how cool would it be to have like actual fantasy going, or like an F1 prop bets for you know, pro tier and elite tier, you know, do like a prop bet over unders and stuff like that. That would be pretty awesome. But in the meantime, Osmanian Devil, he is the first driver on the circuit here in Q3. That would be sick. I'm going to look that up now that I mentioned that. Hashtag Mr. Irrelevant. In the meantime, we are into turn 13 with Osmanian Devil here. Pushing awfully hard. Here, F1 Casino. Exactly! That was CCRL F1 Casino. I'm sure we could bring such a fan base by doing that. In the meantime, Osmanian Devil rounding turn 18 and 19, getting ready to start his first lap. He opens up the DRS. Gonna ride on board with him, give him some love. Going into turn 1, $1,000 on Williams for Alexis. Oh man. Yeah, Cliff knows. Alexis is throwing money on this. Coming around turn 5, making a run down this very long DRS straight. Got the flap wide open. See where he tops out at speed heading into turn 7. back with 1 Bitcoin. We already got some bets coming on. We got a Bitcoin from Jack. That's got to be a lot of money. Now into turn 9 comes. I'll do ETH. Oh, and Osmanian Devil goes a little wide through turn 10. Now he's making his run over the bridge, heading towards the hairpin of 13, all the way on the brake, off the throttle. Now he's back on it, opens up the DRS flap, heading down towards turn 14. He's going to get heavy on the brakes. 106.5 through 2 sectors. Off of turn 14. Coming around turn 15 now. Making a run towards 16. Yeah, Cliff, lock in, man. Lock in. You know what you do, Cliff? Just follow Feeney as he's driving and pretend you're driving. Around turn 18 and 19. Across the line. 132.6. So what a lap by Osmanian Devil. Sets the benchmark here for qualifying. On board with LB the GOAT. He's making a run off of turn 17. Heading towards the final 2 corners of 18 and 19. Comes across the line. Sets the new benchmark with a 131.5. The Silos with a 132.1. Looks like Raptor's going to be the next car to cross the line. 133. On board with Allen. Where's he looking at? He sets the benchmark here with a 131.0. Great lap by him. On board with Farmer Ginge as he's making his run. Actually, let's jump on board with Komakopa as he rounds the final 2 corners. He's going to come to the line up to P2. Great lap by Komakopa. Trackside is down in P5. Your points leader in P5. And second place in the points is right behind him. On board with Farmer Ginge. Unfortunately, he has invalidated his lap. Jump on board with Bonnet here as he's making his way through Sector 2 now on the current outlap here. As we're heading into turn 14 with Mr. Bonnet. He had taken his time to start his lap. Around turn 17, he starts the ERS. Getting ready to open up that DRS. He opens up a flap across the line, and now he's making a run towards turn 1. On board with him down into turn 1 through turn 2. Really tight on the track limits there, but he kept it within the limit. Now going to make a run towards turn 5. All the way down the 4th gear, and he caps the wall on the outside. No damage, so he's going to keep going. Opens up that DRS flap, making a run down into this final corner here. Purple sector 1, he's looking pretty solid. Making a run towards turn 8. Sorry, lost track. Now into 9. Using all of the track once again, heading towards turn 10. Got to miss this wall here on the outside, which he does very well. Over the bridge into turn 13. Opens up that DRS flap once again, making a run towards turn 14. On the brake, purple sector 2. No lock up there into 14. Coming through sector 3. Oh, he kisses the inside wall. Very unfortunate. Don't know if that's going to cost him some time. Probably does. Into the final 4 corners we go. Uses all the track on the exit. Now he's coming around the final 2 corners. He's going to cross the line here. And he sets a provisional pole with a 130.9. So he's on the pole. Silos here. He's diving into pit lane. Raptor is going to be the first car out on circuit for their second run of the session. 4.5 minutes remaining. Alright folks, we got 4.5 minutes remaining. What are the predictions here for your pole sitter? As we're following on board with Raptor here as he's making his way through the bridge. Now, heading towards turn 13. He's going to be the first car to start their final lap of the qualifying session. And here we are, heading towards the final 4 corners comes Raptor to start his final run of the session. He's gonna make a run around turn 17, now 18 and 19. Getting ready to open up that DRS flap. Gonna open it up, starting his first lap, or his final lap of the qualifying into turn 1. Now into turn 3 he goes. On the throttle very early, making a run into turn 5, off of the exit of 5, opens up that DRS flap, very long DRS zone, heading towards turn 7, he's up almost 4/10 on his time at the time being, coming off of 7, heading into turn 8. See if he's going to be able to gain any more time here, coming off of turn 9, heading towards turn 10. Is he going to miss that wall? He got awfully close. He almost pulled George Russell there. Heading into the bridge. Now over the bridge, into the tight hairpin of turn 13. Uses all the track on the exit. Opens up the DRS flap. Making a run. Here we go. What's he gonna look at? He did not see if he was improving. I think he was improving though. And he's gonna come down into 16 and 17. Off the exit of 17. Heading towards 18 and 19. All the way down to 5th gear. Back on the throttle. Where is he gonna come across the line? He gains a full second and puts him P8. Not enough to take the lead. Jump on board with Komakopa here as he's rounding turn 14. He is 6/10 up on his time through 2 sectors. He might have a chance to put this car on pole coming into 16 and 17. Off the exit of 17, across the line. What are we looking at? New pole. 130.8, Komakopa on the front row. At the time being, let's jump on with the Ferrari of LB the GOAT. He's on an out lap here. AlphaTauri of Alan J around turn 18. Here he comes towards the line, and he sets the new provisional pole of a 130.3. Great lap by Alan J. The Haas. Farmer Ginge comes across the line. He's up to P4. Is his teammate going to jump in? Osmanian Devil across the line. He does not. So Osmanian Devil is looking to potentially do one more lap here. Let's see here. Jump on board with Trackside. He is on an out lap as well. So he's starting his final lap of the qualifying session. Beanie is starting his final lap of the qualifying session as well. So qualifying is currently over. Raptor is going to dive into pit lane. Unfortunately, that is going to call it for him in qualifying. Jump back on board with LB the GOAT here. It's Komakopa is in P2. Whereas LB, he is a half a second up on his time. He does have a purple sector too. He still needs to find a lot more time here if you want to gain that pole position. into turn 16 and 17. And he's going to come across the line. What are we looking at from him? And he jumps up to P2 with a 130.6. So Alan J, for the time being, is going to hold on to that pole position. Here comes Silos across the line, only up to P7. They jump on board. Alan J is no longer on a lap. Osmanian Devil coming around the final few corners. What's he looking at? He's going to jump up to P5 right in front of his teammate. How's Bongit looking? Bongit is not very much on his time here. He comes across and unfortunately does not improve. Feeney Trackside takes a pole, and Feeney going to be able to top that here when he crosses the line. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, and Feeney does not improve. Very unfortunate. He is P8 here, so he's going to be starting P8. Trackside has taken pole. So there we have it, folks. Trackside gotten pole by 0.07 of a second. Alan J in second. LB the Goat third. Komakopa fourth. Bongit fifth. Osmanian Devil 6th, Farmer Ginge 7th, Feeney 8th, 9th is Silos, and 10th is Raptor. Well, there you have it, folks. Your grid is set. 18 cars on the grid here in Singapore. I am hoping for a full wet race. How about you guys? Are you all hoping for a full wet? Thunder! I will say this too, we did have our first weekend of real F1 full wet chaos. Unfortunately, it looks dry, Jack. It looks dry. In the meantime, we had our first full actual F1 weekend here. Max Verstappen, typical Red Bull, looking dominant as usual. Mercedes seems to have found some pace, but long race pace seems to be struggling a little bit. Aston Martin, kind of a shocker fall off for me. Did not look very good at Bahrain over the long runs. I don't know though. I'm hoping that some of these other tracks that don't have these long straights where Red Bull can just dominate, might see some close racing, but who knows? I mean, I expected to with DRS now is opened up on lap 2 in real life as well, so I was expecting it to be pretty close, but Max Verstappen checked out after lap 1. He was like, nope, not giving these guys. Yeah, Ferrari looked faster in the straights. They were just slower in the corners. I don't know what's going on with them. They can't get that car completely balanced right. Hopefully Lewis Hamilton going to Ferrari next year will help out with that. So everybody here is getting their final setups. Yeah, throw a turbo on it, yeah. And if I remember too, I mean, hopefully Lewis Hamilton can really get Ferrari set into straight for next season. The only question is how is Charles Leclerc going to take Lewis, you know, as a teammate? Like, Lewis is going to be, I think Lewis might be quicker than Charles next season. Alpine, shocker. Alpine built a bus, dude. Alpine just built a bus on the racetrack. I don't know what to say about them. They were more or less like, and I saw a meme actually. It said, what was the meme? It said, Um, oh, it was Alpine said they no longer want to be a mid-pack car. And then they became the last two cars on the grid. Oh man, yeah. So that was that's pretty shocking for Alpine there. All right, here. So the countdown is going. I don't think there's any formation lap here in the CCRL as well. They want Gunter's seat. Yeah, I don't blame them. I'm surprised Gunter never got picked up for a team. But anyways, we got 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and off to the races we are. And unfortunately, Feeney, he is going to have to serve a drive-through penalty. That is going to hinder him big time coming through turn 1, though. Everybody seems to be going through pretty organized. We got a lot of side-by-side action as Trackside just checked out already, 1 second ahead. Whoa, bong it. Oh, we got a car up on top of another. Don't know what happened back there. Bong it looked like he was going for a bus ride. And a lot of mixing around going on back here. But he is on a separate tire. Pull up the tires real quick. We got a rainbow of colors out here on the circuit. Bong it is all the way down to P7. IRZ was able to jump the natural. And here comes SP as well. SP started in the back and he's already gained 3 positions up to P15. So great start by SP Jabur. Alan J is falling off the back of Trackside. Trackside is looking to check out. Already in the start. He is on a pair of soft tires as well. Everybody single file through turn 14 for the time being. It looked pretty good. We're going to jump up here as Feeney and the official going side by side into turn 16 and 17. Got to keep in mind though, Feeney does have to serve this drive through. He's going to dive down into pit lane now. Here he comes through pit lane, serving that drive through. That's going to drop him back, and that's really going to hinder him, although he is on soft tires, and he does have the pace. IRZ and the natural battling side by side in through turn 3. Off the exit of 3. Now you got the 2 Mercedes teammates of De Boonster and SP. Are they going to have some team orders here? De Boonster on the mediums, SP on the hards. SP's already up to P14. King Cedar already up to P10, so they're both looking pretty solid here. Pull up the biggest movers. We got King Cedar up 5 and SP up 4. Mercedes teammates are looking to work their way through the field. Get rid of the position changes now. We're going to jump all the way back. LK is actually bought probably for a new wing as well. LB the GOAT is all over the gearbox of L&J, but Trackside's already pulled a 4-second gap on those soft tires. Osmanian Devil here is looking to try and get back within DRS of LB the GOAT, but unfortunately here comes Coma Copa. Coma Copa is all over his gearbox, about 7.5 tenths off the back of him. Farmer Ginge is right behind him in P6 as we're making our way to complete lap 2. Bonnet and Silos, he looked like he kissed the wall, but I think that might have been a little lag. Trackside sets the fastest lap of a 1:33.5. Here comes Bonnet around turn 19 across the line. He's on some hard tires, hoping to not lose any more positions. King Cedar is going to have the DRS on the back of Raptor KK, so is he going to be able to find some time here to be able to get him down this long straight? Jump back up to LB as he's closing into the back of Alan J around turn 6. Heading towards turn 7, he's not going to make a move onto the inside. Just going to continue to follow along with Alan into turn 8. Now making our way towards turn 9. Coma Copa has fallen off the back of Osmanian Devil. And you've got Farmer Ginge 7/10 of a second off the back of him. Bonga is just kind of cruising behind him. Stay within that DRS as we're making our way over the bridge. King Cedar all over the gearbox, and unfortunately what happened to LK here, he went around. I'm not exactly sure what he was trying to do here. Really stuck in pit lane. Not sure what happened there. Jump back here. LK has retired from the session already. 3 laps into the Grand Prix. Here comes LB. He's closed right back up to the back of Alan J around turn 17, making our run towards the final 2 corners here. Got Coma Copa kind of pinched between the 2 Haas teammates of Osmanian Devil and Farmer Ginge. He has caught up to the gearbox of Osmanian Devil as well. And here comes Bonget. Bonget is looking to make a move. Is LB going to be able to make a move down this long straight? He's trying to close up to the gearbox of Alan J. Alan's going to protect the inside, kind of. And LB has backed out of that going into turn 7. Farmer Ginge, and I'm not exactly sure what happened there. Don't know. I did not see it. King Cedar now up to P9. Bonga is back in P10, unfortunately. Here comes King Cedar. He's looking to make a move on Raptor KK here for the P8 position. Feeney is starting to try and close up to peak hour. SP has gotten by his teammate of the Boonster, so he is up into the P13 spot. Looking to make a move on IRZ here as we're going over the bridge. Is he going to attempt something down into the inside of the hairpin? He does not. Who is this that's gone around? That is Bonga has gone around off the exit of turn 13. King Cedar is looking to try and get back caught up to Raptor KK. Raptor has broken out of DRS. Comacopa still all over Osmanian Devil here as we're going to cross the line. He's pretty close here. He can make a move down into turn 1, but he chooses not to. Gets awfully close to the gearbox there of Osmanian Devil into turn 2. Coming through. Making our run towards turn 5 here. We're going to jump back onto LB to go. Is he going to be able to make a move down this long straight? As we're heading towards turn 7 once again, it does not look like he's going to be close enough. Neither is Comacopa, but we got Osmanian Devils already blinking. Really low on battery there. See if we got any other potential moves to be made. King C-Dot's fallen out of DRS. SP has still staying right behind IRZ here, making our run into turn 8. Now heading towards turn 9. They got the natural right in front of them in that P10 position, heading towards turn 10, making our run through the bridge. C-Dot has not gotten close enough. Comacopa is really close to the back of Osmanian Devil there, as he's now going to be looking to close back up to him heading into the final 4 corners here on the circuit. Through turn 17, LB is still all over Alan J here as we're making our run back down into turn 1. Alan J wants to cover off that outside line. And we're making our run through turn 4 into turn 5 here. LB is really close. Is he going to be able to make this move and get it done? Then he can start focusing on closing the gap to trackside. He's going to go to the inside. Side by side, wheel to wheel action through. Maybe a little bit of wheel bang in there. But both drivers giving each other space. He was looking for the switchback, but Alan did a great job blocking that. So he maintains that P2 position off of LB the GOAT. Here comes Comacopa though. He's still trying to catch up to Osmanian Devil to potentially make a move. The Boonster has gone into pit lane. Probably needs a wing change here. No, he does not. Just puts on a new set of tires. As Komakopa has closed up that gap once again to Osmanian Devil. It seems Osmanian Devil might be quicker on the straights. Komakopa might be quicker in the corners. Making her way through turn 15. Here comes Komakopa. Side by side. No, he is not. He's going to stay right behind him. Manian Devil had closed off that door. And now here comes Farmer Ginge. Farmer Ginge is looking to put the pressure on as well. Some teamwork might be coming into play here as Komakopa's got the DRS on Osmanian Devil into turn 1. Around turn 3 we go. LB is not close enough to make a move on Alan J. Is Komakopa going to be looking to make a move? Side by side into turn 7. And it looks like Komakopa has completed the move. No, Osmanian Devil wants to stay there. And very unfortunate, Komakopa had grabbed that P4 spot off of Osmanian Devil. Now, is there going to be any team orders between your two Haas drivers here? Manian Devil is blinking. Farmer Ginge is not. Silos has pulled into DRS on them as well. Gonna have a 4-car DRS change. Oh, Farmer Ginge has left the session. I gotta invite him. Don't have Silos looking to close up to the back of Osmanian Devil now. He does have the DRS. Raptor was able to get by Farmer Ginge. Farmer Ginge needs to get back in the session. I don't have him as a friend. Not exactly sure what his name is. And we have a virtual safety car here. Got some drivers have jumped into pit lane, such as Feeney. What did he go on to? 4 tires. He went on to some mediums. He's going to be looking to make the mediums go to the end. But I will tell you, yeah, good timing for Ginge, definitely. I just don't have him as a friend, so I don't know how to get him back into the lobby, unfortunately. Yeah, so Alexis, unfortunately for Feeney, he got a drive-through penalty by jumping the start early. So he didn't time the start, and unfortunately he got a drive-through penalty. So he's all the way back in P15, but he might be able to make up some ground here, depending. Trackside jumps into pit lane, gets off of the soft tires, going to be looking to make the mediums or a two-stop strategy come into play. Alan J has taken over the lead, which has brought LB right onto his gearbox here as well. So this is LB the GOAT looking to close up. He's not going to be close enough as Alan J is blinking. If LB was good, he just kind of play it patiently here. Raptor KK is under attack from King C-Dot. Let me check one more time here. Yeah, I don't have everybody as friends, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on. In the meantime, Raptor is putting the pressure on Silos, and King Seedot is just trying to play it patient here, let these two go after each other. Trackside gets by the Natural into turn 18 and 19. LB looking to make a move down into turn 7 again, but he's not close enough. Trackside had completed a move on Farmer Ginge, so he is picking his way. Raptor gets by Silos heading into turn 7. Around turn 8. Now we're going to make our way towards turn 9 of the left-hander here. It's going to bring us to the section of the bridge. Feeney is making his way back up through the field. He is in P13. He's 24.6 seconds off the back of Osmanian Devil. Jump on board with LB. He's almost at a DRS. He is at a DRS range on Alan J. We got a yellow flag in Sector 1. That is the Boonster. Looked like he went around. Excuse me. Coma Copa MP3 for the time being. SP all the way up to P7, so he's made up a lot of ground here, so hasn't King Seedot. See how Trackside handles this. Gonna dive down through the inside of SP, heading towards turn 1. And he does complete the move into turn 1. Alright, Farmer Ginge has been able to get back into the session here. As Silos, he's fallen out of DRS range on Raptor KK. King Seedot is looking to try and reel him back in. Feeney has caught up to the back of the Natural. As we're making our way through the bridge section. Natural goes a little wide in turn 10. Feeney's gonna jump down to the inside, looking to get through the inside into the hairpin. Wisely chose to back out. Now he's gonna be looking to put the pressure on the Natural as we're making our way. And oh, very unfortunate as Osmanian Devil has no front wing. He went around off the exit of turn 17. Very unfortunate, and Farmer Ginge jumps into pit lane. This is going to cause a double stack for the Haas team. He puts on soft tires on lap 12. Not sure what he's just looking to gain pace back. And here comes Feeney though. Feeney complete the move on the Natural. But the Natural can get him back in the DRS zone they're coming up to off the exit of turn 5. Seedot is looking to close up to the back of Silos, making our way through the hairpin now. Got the DRS flap wide open, closing the gap. Down to about 0.6 of a second here, even closer off the exit of turn 14. Making our way around 15, now heading towards 16 and 17. We are seeing pit stops very early. A lot of people are looking at two-stop strategies, TMM, MP15. And unfortunately, King C-Dot has lost that DRS. It actually still has it on Silos here, making a run into turn 1. Field kind of spread out at the... Oh, okay, never mind. That was just a glitch. King C-Dot trackside is closing up to DRS range on King C-Dot here. He is on fresher tires compared to C-Dot. Is C-Dot going to fight this all the way down into turn 7? Yes, he is. Around turn 7, trackside still close enough to C-Dot here. Does not make a move into turn 8. And nearly gets into the back of C-Dot going into turn 9. Now we're heading towards 10, 11, and 12. C-Dot does not want to give up this track position too easy to trackside here. This actually is going to help out Feeney as well. With C-Dot holding back on trackside, this might help out Feeney because C-Dot does have DRS, and here comes trackside. Trackside does complete the move on King C-Dot. Now he's got to worry about Silos right in front of him here. Making a run all the way through. Close up to the back. Trying to get closer, coming around 17. Looked like he almost went into the wall. He is going to get DRS. And I believe C-Dot diving into pit lane as well. Yes, he does. These guys might be doing a one-stop strategy compared to trackside. Trackside needs to find all the pace he can on those mediums, extract all the pace he got, and then look to make a run for the final. King C-Dot is going to put on a set of hard tires. Where is Feeney? Feeney is coming into turn 17. Off the exit of 17. We're going to jump back on the trackside. Peak Hour actually completes the move on C-Dot as well, and on CeeLo, so he's up to P7. Trackside all over the gearbox of Raptor. Raptor does not want to give him this position, but he is going to let him have that inside line, and trackside has completed the move. Trackside looking to extract all that pace on those mediums. Bongit got 3-second time penalty. That's the first track limit penalty on the circuit. Here comes Silos, though. He is on the gearbox of Peak Hour. With Peak Hour being in front, this is going to allow King C-Dot to pick up the pace and kind of close the gap. Although Silos is going to have DRS off of Peak Hour, C-Dot will as well. Trackside gets by Comacopa, but Comacopa does dive into pit lane as well. Jump back on board here with Silos. Making our way around turn 15. Peak Hour protect that inside line. We're going to go side by side into 16, and it looks like Silos is going to complete that move. Now up next, here comes C-Dot, but Peak Hour dives into pit lane. That is going to give C-Dot the DRS here to help him out down the straight. Hopefully close up that gap once again. And Feeney! Oh, Feeney had crashed out of the session off of turn 17. What happened? He just completely lost that car into the wall. Not exactly sure what happened there. Very, very unfortunate. That is going to bring out the first safety car of the evening. Oh boy. Make things very interesting for the end of the Grand Prix here. Osmanian Devil, he drives over. Now he gets a 3-second time penalty. And a 5-second time penalty. For speeding into pit lane. So very unfortunate for Osmanian Devil. He's just compounding problems there. It's not something you want to do. So that's very unfortunate for him. So it looks like to be Alan J, LB the GOAT, and Trackside are all going to possibly bots again. LB the GOAT goes in. Trackside's also going to go back in. Alan J is in. So Alan J is probably going to go to a set of mediums here. Farmer Ginge with a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. The Boonster, 5-second penalty for collision. Very unfortunate with SP. Komakopa is looking to make the moves through the grid here. He is on a set of hard tires, so you can make them last till the end. So we are going to pull up big position changes here. You got King C Dot up 8, SP up 10. So if you're still watching, folks, keep this in mind. As about I would say like 2 to 4 laps to go, we will be, talking about driver of the day and who we think will be the driver of the day. Hopefully we have some good ideas coming in. And Peak Hour up 7 as well. So he's in the top 10 here. Raptor KK up 6. So he's actually made some really nice ground all the way up to P4 as well. Very unfortunate for Feeney as he dropped all the way down to P17. Unfortunate for sure. Osmanian Devil down 7. Bong It down 9. Bong It back on the lead lap. Yes, he is. So we are on lap 16 of 31, and then we will be back to green flag once the whole field has caught back up. Let's check out the tires as well. Here's your tires. Bong It, 8 lap old medium, so that's going to be very costly for him here. He is still going to have to box one more time to be able to make it towards the end of the Grand Prix. Yeah, Alan's in a great position here. I think Trackside's on a fresh set of mediums as well. No, he's not. He's actually on a set of hard tires. So Raptor might be able to actually potentially get himself on a podium. So he's looking at a good finish for himself here in the Pro Tier. So Raptor is definitely a guy that found some pace ever since he fixed his throttle issue. So great drive by him already up into the P4 position. Alright, so we are almost all caught back up to the field here as Bong It is rounding turn 13 now. Not sure if we're going to get a late safety car restart. Probably not. No, we will not. So safety car will be going around for one more lap, and then we will be back to green flag. TMM is a lap down, and so is the Boomster as well. So Alan J in a great spot here with about 14 laps to go. Safety car came out as Feeney lost it between turns 17 and 18 into the outside wall. Not exactly sure what happened there. King CDOT, his teammate in P7 after wrecking out in Q1 during a wet qualifying. He started P15, he's already up to P7. SP started in P18 and he is up to P8. So right now we got a battle for driver of the day between King CDOT and SP Jabur, which I think will be very interesting. And not sure who that Red Bull was. That was Raptor that went off the circuit there, off of turn 7. Now we've got to catch right back up there. We got a rear. I got a very busy day tomorrow, folks. Commentary duties all day tomorrow after I get out of work, obviously. Safety car will be in this time, bye. Alright, so Alan J is going to lead us back to green flag here. He's going to really just kind of cruising here. He really hasn't stepped up the field at all. I think he's just trying to follow the safety car in, and then he's going to take off when they least suspect it. And is he going to take off now? No, unfortunately we got a rev limiter, and we are back under green flag. Lights are back out, and we got a wing and play. Oh, what happened there? Osmanian Devil lost the car, and not exactly sure who that was, as IRZ got into a collision. A 5-second penalty for ignoring a yellow flag to Copa. Not sure what happened. Very unfortunate there. Copa is going to have to deal with this 5-second penalty here. But Alan J on the medium tires, he's going to be looking to hopefully pull a gap here on the hard tire runners behind him as we're making our way over the bridge now into turn 13. Off the exit of 13, Alan J is starting to find some time. He's almost broken out of DRS range on LB the GOAT, heading into turn 14. Trackside putting the pressure. SP and King CDOT battling for P7. SP has completed the move, and he is making a charge through the field. Unfortunately, the Boomster has retired from the session as well. So that looked like a retirement on the circuit, so I'm not exactly sure what happened there. As we're heading down into the first 3 corners of the circuit coming off of turn 3. Trackside is looking to hopefully find some ground here on LB the GOAT, but he's falling out of DRS range. LB is trying to hold within DRS range of Alan J in front of him. He doesn't want to let him get too far ahead as making our run through turn 9 heading towards turn 10. And Trackside gets a little loose off of turn 9. Not going to be close enough to make anything happen there. The official coming through, following along with Komakopa and SP Jabor coming through the bridge now. Over the bridge into the tight hairpin of turn 13. Don't think DRS is activated. No, it is not. Making a run towards turn 14. Alan J still looking to hopefully pull more of a gap onto LB the GOAT here. Not exactly sure. TMM has wrecked, and that has brought out a virtual safety car. Very unfortunate. But this is going to allow Alan J to kind of save those mediums just a little bit here as we're making our way through. Crossing the line for lap 21 of 31. Alan J is trying to time this perfectly. And we're back to green, so that was a very fast virtual safety car. Fortunately, Alan J did not keep up with the pace. That did allow LB the GOAT to get the DRS he needed as we're making our run down towards turn 7. Any movement going on back here, not close enough for any of the drivers. SP looking to make a move, but the natural side by side with peak hour through turn 7, heading towards turn 8. And it looks like Komakopa is able to get around the official off the outside of turn 9. And Alan J has pulled back at a DRS range of the two Ferraris right behind him. Trackside's looking down to the inside of his teammate. He does cut the track and he gets very loose. I'm not exactly sure if there's any team orders going on there, but Trackside looking to push. And King CDOT with a 3-second time penalty here coming into turn 16. LB the GOAT just trying to hold on to that P2 position. I think he's letting Trackside through. Yes, he does. So now Trackside's looking to find the pace to hopefully close up to the back of Alan J here. Alan is on the mediums. Trackside is on the hards. Off the exit of turn 3. 2.6 seconds back. Making a run down. Farmer Ginge sets the fastest lap at a 133.5. Trackside is going to be burning here, and he burned a lot. Alan J still has more battery than Trackside here, and LB the GOAT has less. Here comes Raptor though, he's still got quite a bit of battery, so he might be able to make something work here as we're rounding turn 9. Jump on board with Silos here, close up to the back of Komakopa, and SP is in the picture as well, looking to pick off another driver on his last to first challenge here in Singapore. Off the exit of turn 13, making a run down the very long straight here by SP. Does have DRS on Silos into turn 14, sorry. Now we're going to make our way through turn 15 in the new section of the Singapore circuit. The booster has left the session. Trackside down to 2.2 seconds. He is towing his teammate along with him here as we cross the line for lap 23. Alan J still not burning very much battery. Trackside's about half now. And we got about 20-something% on LB the GOAT as well. So Alan J is going to be looking to burn here at some point. You might want to start thinking about it as we're heading into turn 7. Silos is caught right up to the gearbox. Natural around peak hour. Farmer Ginge around IRZ. King CDOT still within DRS range of SP and Silos here for that P6 position. Trackside still looking to try and take the win away from Alan J. Alan J still has quite a bit of battery here. He's still not burning any of it. Now we're making our way into turn 16 and 17. CeeLo still all over the gearbox. King C-Dot was looking down to the inside of SP into turn 14. He did not complete the move, so he is going to continue to follow along. Here comes CeeLo as well on Comacopa. Making our way into the final two corners of the circuit here. And we complete lap 23 of 31. We are getting pretty close to the driver of the day announcement. So far, I do have my selection. A couple drivers moved up a lot of positions, so very good for them. You know, recovering after a terrible qualifying session. On board with CeeLo, he is going to get DRS down a very long straight here, heading into turn 7 here. Not going to be close enough to make a move at all, so he is going to continue to follow along. Trackside still burning a little bit of battery. Alan J is not burning at all. I'm not exactly sure what he is waiting for here. He can burn and try and pull away again, but he's choosing not to, which is going to allow Trackside to get within his DRS, and that will turn into a dogfight down the final few laps. Heading into turn 16 and 17, nothing going on for those drivers up in the front. SP still all over the gearbox of CeeLo's. Actually, he's outside of DRS range right now. As CeeLo's is still on Comacopa, but he is blinking, so he is pretty low on the ERS. But here comes SP. He's finally found back in the DRS range of CeeLo's in front of him, and he's taking King C-Dot along the ride. And something must have happened, because Alan J has opened up a big gap. Oh, he is finally burning. I'll be the GOAT with a 3-second time penalty. And here comes Alan J. He has opened back up on trackside. Here comes CeeLo as well. He is trying to close up to the gearbox. King C-Dot is closing up to the gearbox of SP, but he is not close enough to make a move into turn 7. He's going to continue to follow along, going through turn 8 now. He's still hanging on pretty tight to that P8 position here, as the natural is 2.5 seconds off. So we got one vote for SP driver of the day. I can say I'm right with you. SP has put in a drive starting from the P18 position. Very well done from him. And he's still looking to close up to the gearbox of CeeLo's. Let's see how he does here. Is he going to get the run off of turn 14? Yes, he does. He's a half a second off now. CeeLo is falling out of DRS range, so this might start to help out SP a little bit here. All SP needs to do is look to make the move down the very long DRS straight. LB the GOAT is trying to hang on to the back of his teammate here as we're making our way through turn 3. Jump back on board with Comacopa as he's looking to hopefully defend off CeeLo, but CeeLo is looking to defend off SP. And SP is now within a half a second. LB the GOAT does complete the move on trackside, so they are trying to do a team swap here to see who can potentially get closer to Alan J, but unfortunately that gap is opened back up to 2.2 seconds. SP at the time being is under attack from King C-Dot, but he's also putting the attack on CeeLo here, making our way through turn 9. Heading into turn 10, which is the left-hander, going to carry you into the section of the bridge. And you can see some drivers kind of have a little different line there. But here we go. Anyways, these three drivers are going to be battling for that P6 position, hopefully looking to close up to the gap of Comacopa. Comacopa started to close the gap a little bit to Raptor KK in front of him for that P4 position as well. LB the GOAT has caught up about 1.4 seconds off the back of Alan J. I'm not sure if those tires are starting to fall off, or if Alan J may have made a slight mistake. SP now 3/10 off the gearbox of Silos. Silos is still blinking into turn 3. Looks like he's got himself into the marbles, unfortunately. Now here comes King C-Dot, looking to put the pressure on him as well. Off the exit of turn 5, making a run down the very long straight here. Not going to be close enough to make a move down that long DRS straight. He's going to be one more lap of having to follow along. Trackside trying to stay with his teammate here, but LB the GOAT is finding some late race pace here towards the end of the Grand Prix. Alan J is starting to lose those mediums late here in the Grand Prix as well. Now we're heading towards the final 4 corners on the circuit. Jump back on board again with SP here, as still got this 3-car train all battling with each other. And Natural is looking to start to pull within DRS range of these guys here in front of him. SP about a half a second off. He seems to get a good run through the final 4 corners of Sector 3. And then loses it in Sector 1, turn 3, 4, and 5. Back under 3/10 here going into turn 1. Looking to keep that. Is he going to be able to continue the run off the exit of 3? It appears to be so. He's now about less than a half a second. Making the run down the long DRS straight. And they do have this McLaren of Comacopa right in front of him. But once again, SP is not close enough to make the move on Silos. King C-Dot is not able to complete a move as well because of the DRS that SP is hanging on to. Trackside now all over his teammate once again. We got a caution in Sector 2. Yeah, great defense from Silos here off the exit of turn 5. He's always getting that great run heading down into turn 7. Silos is looking to make a run, but SP is trying to hang on to the back and once again into turn 14. Now we're going to hit the exit of 14, making a run towards the final 4 corners once again here on the circuit. Once again, Alan J has opened up a 2-second lead in the front, so he is managing the race very well from his position here as the leader. And here comes SP. He's looking down to the inside of Silos. Is he going to complete the move into turn 1? He looks to do so. So that allows King C-Dot to hopefully put the pressure on. But now we're going to have a 3-car battle. Going down this very long DRS straight. All 3 cars coming off the exit of turn 5. DRS wide open. King C-Dot looking down to the inside of Silos. He is not able to complete that move, so he's going to continue to follow along here as we've gone into turn 8. Off the exit of 8, making our way towards turn 10. SP all the way up to P6 from starting in the P18 position. Very close racing between these guys here for the 6th, 7th, and 8th position. King C-Dot lost some time off the exit of turn 13 as we make our way towards turn 14. Basilos looking for a little bit of a switchback here. Gonna get a little toe off of SP Gabor heading into turn 16. Still some very close racing going on here. King C-Dot has pulled himself back into the picture once again. Now he's got to look to maybe pounce on a move here at some point. As we're making our way into turn 5. We are on the penultimate lap. LB the GOAT is 1.6 seconds off the back of Alan J. Alan J is pretty low on battery. LB still has quite a bit, and so does the trackside. As these guys are all looking to hopefully try and catch up to the gearbox and make a move for the lead of the Grand Prix. Comacopa is 1.5 seconds off the back of Raptor. He's trying to catch him. See if he can get any closer here over the course of the next lap. Peak Hour did get by Bongit, but Bongit did box. Looks like he might be going for a set of soft tires to see if he can take the fastest lap here. And here comes the official once again. He's looking down around the outside into turn 14, but great defense by SP positioning his car down through the inside of that corner. And now once again, Silos wants to close up going into turn 15. Very unfortunate for Bongit. He gets a 3-second time penalty there. Whew. We are on the final lap, and guess what? LB has found himself into the picture against Alan J here for the win. But LB is carrying a penalty, so I'm not exactly sure if he will be able to get that removed. Comacopa's also found himself in the picture on Raptor as well for that P4 position. King C-Dot still not close enough to get by the official. Silos is looking to put the pressure on SP once again, and Peak Hour takes the fastest lap with a 132.4, so that's a great lap by him. Jump back onto our leaders here as we're making our way into turn 14. Here comes LB the GOAT. He's closed up to the gearbox. They're both blinking as we're making a run into turn 16 and 17. The final 4 corners on the circuit. And Alan J, if he can get through these final 4 corners, he is going to be looking to hopefully pounce on the victory around turn 18 and 19. And your race winner is Alan J. Down to King C-Dot here as he was looking to peek down the inside of Silos. Silos done great defense. And SP up to P5, so great finish by him. King C-Dot has fallen down to the P10 position as he is holding on to some penalties. IRC rounding through turn 15, heading towards the final 4 corners, and then you got Peak Hour. Meanwhile, Barnett looks like he might be trying to push the fastest lap here going into turn 13. Let's see if he can get the fastest lap as he's making a run towards the line. The IRZ across the line in P11. And here comes Peak Hour as well. Comes across the line in P12. And then Bongit, he's still on going in through the final 4 corners. Around turn 18 here. Let's see, can Bongit get fastest lap? I do not know. SP is driver of the day, and I can't say I disagree, because you know what? SP put in a drive to go from the back of the grid all the way up to the P5 position. So I agree. He definitely deserves driver of the day, in my opinion. Great race by him. Alan J here on the podium. What a finish from him as well. Well-deserved victory. Safety car came out at the perfect time for him to get a free pit stop. Managed to hold off the two charging Ferraris at the end and take the victory here at the Singapore Grand Prix. So there you have it, folks. Let's pull up the final standings here. We got Alan J with the victory, LB in second, Trackside in third, Raptor fourth, Mercedes of SP started P18th all the way up to P5 in fifth. P6 is Silos, P7 is Coma Copa, 8th is Natural, 9th is Farmer, 10th is King Cedar, IRZ in 11th, Peak Hour 12th, Bong at 13th, TMM 14th, Osmanian Devil 15th, the Boonster 16th, 17th is Feeney, and 18th is okay. So there you have it, folks. I agree with what's his SP being your driver of the day here in Singapore. So let's see here. In the meantime, that is CCRL Pro Tier here at Singapore. They will now be taken on next week. They will be going to Shanghai as they will be taking on the Chinese circuit, and it will be a sprint race. So we will have a short quality with a sprint and then a 50% Grand Prix. In the meantime, tune in on Wednesday night as your elite tier will be taking on the wonderful redemption format of the Spa-Francorchamps around the Belgian circuit. It's 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday night. Elite tier will take on Spa for redemption. In the meantime, I am the Johnny Damon. I hope you all enjoy the Grand Prix tonight and have a great night, and I will see you all next week. Take it easy, folks.